And hello everybody, welcome to another wee video. Here we have, may have seen this one before, this is our Generation 3 Toyota Hilux Surf. Up on the stand at the minute, whole back end's up, and what we're going to do is we are going to do a full axle swap. So this one here is out of a scrapyard, as you can see all the mess of it. So the guy got this out of a breakers. That's the handbrake cable, and the guys in the breakers, they just cut everything. So that's the handbrake linkage I've removed from it. That's ABS wires, brake pipes run across the bottom of this. The other one with this was the bung was damaged. It must have been hit by a rock, so all that metal was folded in there. So I had to get a die grinder and grind around that just to get that bung out. So pretty rusty, pretty crusty. These are the anti-roll bar. This is where the anti-roll bar attaches to these brackets. All these screws were all broken and had to be drilled out. And we have captured nuts in there. Now you can see that or not. We've captured nuts in the bottom, and that part there is threaded. So what happens with these is the rust at the back of it, and you go to take these off and they just snap off. They're quite small for what they are, and so those had to be drilled out. I don't fancy. I could just, the one that we're taking out here, and I could just go ahead and snap them off. But I want to save all the fixings and as many fixings and bolts that I can. That's with the handbrake linkage bolts onto. That's the handbrake. This thing has been lying outside. It looks as if it's been lying under the sea. So anyway, the reason why we're changing the one in this truck, oil is flying out of it, flying out of the bottom of it. Guys had a wee go at welding it, but couldn't get it to seal. The center of it there, you can see it looks as if it's been heating. This has been driven with no oil in this diff, so it's noisy and the oil just flies out of it. This whole carcass of this diff is rusted. That is actually rusted through. I have never seen that before on a back axle, but these back axles rot like crazy on these Generation 3s. I have a Generation 2 and it is nothing like this. The other thing as well is on the Generation 3, anybody that's into their surfs and into Hiluxes, this Generation 3, the handbrake linkage and all those pivots and moving parts there are all at the back of this axle. So they're all going to get dipped in mud and water, and everything is completely seized up. This handbrake does work, but I need to take all these bolts out, all that, and all these fixings for the brake pipes and the brake pipe up in there. To remove this axle and to swap all these ancillary components onto. So all these bolts are very rusty indeed, and yeah, they'll just snap, or you end up bending the brackets to which they're attached to the axle. So we're going to demonstrate. You may have seen that in another video before. That wee heat inductor that's lying on the floor there. So we've already a couple of bolts removed, and we'll just see the difference that heat inductor makes. So that's what this is. It's not a walkthrough of how to replace a back axle. It's how the heat inductor can assist you. So we'll just get set up with that. Okay, it's an anti-roll bar bracket that I was showing you on the one that was on the floor. So these are held in with 12mm headed nuts, bolts, and that's one there. That's off the other side. That's one that came out, and this is one that I just went to, and it just hardly any pressure at all, just snapped. So that's all the size of them, and that's what's in there. So yeah, if I'd be pretty confident that if I just put a socket on that, I put any force on it at all, I would just end up with this. So this axle is going to be scrapped, so it doesn't really matter if these break. However, I actually want the wee bolts because I don't want to have to start hooking about for bolts and cutting them and making up wee bolts. I could do that, but I will have to do that because I've broken one, as you can see. So I want these to come out, and that one there is indeed coming out. There we go. So that's pretty good. So that top one's coming out. This bottom one will just break. So hopefully we'll be able to get. Hopefully see if this makes a difference. This boy over here. So there's rubber bushing in here, which we'll hope to reuse. These bushings are good, quite usable. If I put a flame anywhere near this, of course, those bushings would be scrap. But yeah, so this is just for demonstration. We'll see what happens here. It's starting to smoke. So what we're trying to do is break all the rust up. Okay, let's see if that's made. That's going to help the situation. And there we go. Okay, what you have to remember is that bolt is roasting, so yeah, there they are. So we'll give them a wee bit of a clean up, and we'll see if they can be used. So that's the heat inductor. I'll maybe do another wee one on the handbrake linkage, and we'll see how that fares. So there we go. I'll turn all the roll bar off. So that's how to get bolts out without busting them. So we'll give it a go on another wee one here. Okay, so this is the handbrake linkage. So you pull the handbrake on, it pulls this, and it actually moves about on this joint. So we need to remove that. That's a wee clip for the brake pipe. I'm going to take these brake pipes off, and again, they're in good condition, so I'm going to reuse them. So this is the ABS wire. I've got it unclipped out of the way. So here we go again. Make short work of it. So those threads, never even cleaned them up with a wire brush or nothing like that. and the rust just falls off it. So yeah. So there's a wee bushing in here, so if you put a flame on that, that would just destroy that. Plus you run the risk of burning that ABS wire. I'll be reusing this. I'll be just connecting these on, because I doubt I'll be able to get them out without breaking them. So this is about reusing a lot of these ancillary components. It's attached to this back axle. We'll be reusing the springs, shocks, everything. So it's just the main body of the axle we'll be using. I don't know where I'll have to swap over some brake components. We'll have to just see which of the two axles, all that sort of stuff's in the best of condition, or better condition. So we're gonna get that ABS well out of the way here. So there's another one here. So totally exposed threads to the elements on these wee bolts here, and yeah, they're only like M8 or something like that, so they'll just snap on you if you put any force on them at all without doing some sort of preparation. Threads in this one don't protrude, so you can't get a wire brush on it or anything like that. There you go. Hardly any force required there at all. So you know, whenever, with experience, I'm sure anybody that works in cars, rusty cars, like what I do, they know, you put any excessive force from the end of that ratchet, you pull that ratchet and you'll just snap that. And then if you're wanting to reuse it, you end up drilling stuff out and all that sort of carry on, which is time consuming, uses up a lot of drill bits, and you end up having to find a whole lot of wee fittings, wee fasteners. So there we go. We'll just go around all these wee nuts with this heat inductor, and yeah, it'll take them off one by one. So there you go, just sort of a demo of that wee heat inductor. That heat inductor, when I first got it, there's a video on the channel there if you're interested in looking at that. I do another sort of bench video whenever I first got it, and this is just a good example of where it's used, and non-destructive. That's the thing about it, and yeah, I'd be quite confident a lot of those wee nuts would snap. I've already snapped one that I didn't put any heat on at all. So once I did that, then we pulled that device out of the box, and that's what we're using for all these fasteners. So hope that helped somebody. Hope it gives you a few ideas if you're going to do something along these lines with rusty suspension components, and you don't want to use a flame because you don't want to burn the crap out of everything. Then that's the ticket. So hope you like the video. Many thanks for watching as ever, and if you want to see more like it, subscribe to the channel there. Look down the channel list. There's 70 odd videos I think I have on now. So yeah, all sorts of different things, from electrical testing and bench testing and describing how things work. It's not just unbolting and rebolting, but there's a bit of that too. So all the best, and bye bye.